Okay, and here we are on Act 2. So we go back in here, and it's kind of like why I got a little bit ahead, so I was doing some other different things there. I wanted to test the strength of this build, and just so people know, I'll explain some things in the game. This is your health, okay, and this is essence. Essence is like mana or magic or whatever. To give you an idea about some of my abilities, I have Siphon Blood, which is the left click button, and what it does, as you're doing it, you aim it at an enemy in this little red stream, and it kind of pulls the life out of them a little bit at a time. It does, as it says here, 3 times weapon damage as physical, and it heals me 2% of the total health every second it does it. And one of the things I found is you can hold the mouse button down and it will do it gradually, or you can just do tap 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 tap, and it will pull more. Okay? Just a little extra thing. And when you're doing that, you gain 20 essence. Okay, when you're at full health. So if I'm full health going tap 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 tap, the little blue ball at the bottom here grows. And why is that important? Because the secondary, which is my right click, I summon these mages that do 4 times weapon damage, and you get a bonus of 3% for every point of essence consumed. So it takes all the essence that's available into that mage. And just to give you an idea, so that would be, let's see, math here. Every point of essence, so that would be 7.5 damage times that, so that's 28. And then just when you think you have all the math done, oh, wrong thing, these rings, okay, give me 7.5 times that damage, I believe. Okay, because the weapon I'm using does a certain damage, and that's the damage you do. You can go over here, and it'll say, let's see, and it does. For some reason, these 2 rings, it doesn't show the stats properly. And I don't know, it's weird how it works. Because I've yet to figure out exactly how it works for this, because it says, you know, pull up the little thing there. Well, this is your only set item bonus, right? That's, you see in white here where it says Legacy of the Nightmares, and it says Litany of the Undaunted, and the Wailing Host, right? Those are the 2 set bonuses. And for the second set, you get that bottom part there where it says every ancient item you have equipped will increase your damage dealt by 750% and reduces your damage by 4%. So what happens is, I got this, but you only take 1 item. As long as you don't have the second set in there, it'll be fine. Because the second you add 1 more of Jade Harvester's Joy on here, the rings become useless. So then you take this ancient item, and this ancient item, and this
The
ancient
darkness
item,
grows while we
this
stand
has been
about.
hard to acquire all this stuff. In fact, see how the 2 rings themselves are ancient? I just got those the other day. So that's kind of a... And even these boots weren't ancient. And the neat thing about these boots, when I run, I leave a trail of fire. So as I'm running around, anything that tries to chase me gets hurt. That's another one. I just wanted to explain that part. And another thing that I had been doing wrong for a long time was, see how down at the bottom here it has this critical hit damage increased by 130%. I was actually using the damage one here, and when I swapped the 2 of these, it gave me a lot more extra damage here. It more than gave me 130%. It did a lot more than that, so there must be some other buff somewhere that I'm getting for that as well. Also, I have a little bit of area effect damage with the 10 yards, so as I'm doing that sighting thing, it'll second. Every time I'm hitting, I'm actually gaining 30,000 life too, so in effect I could be getting 60,000 life, which is about 3 or 4% health every second, as long as you're attacking someone. Now, when you're a necromancer or mage, the yellow gems actually increase your damage. Okay, so that's why everywhere you can see me having a gem thing. Now up here, I put the light thing in because that increases toughness. And I went from having 95 million toughness when I started this to adding these two ancient things and the ancient boots to now having 137 million toughness, which is, I had 670,000 damage, and now I have 874,000. And I still haven't done my inventory yet. Let's see, the new tabs. There's all these little question marks everywhere. That's all the loot I got in like a day. I filled this one up here. Now you'll notice that all this is ancient stuff. Right? I'm putting all my ancient things in here. Right? It's just because later on after I'm done this, I'll just try some other classes. The one class, there's two classes I haven't tried, and one of them is the monk. Everybody speaks highly of it. It's about play styles and what you enjoy doing, and I've always liked the necromancer from the old Diablo 2, so this is kind of a thing. And another thing is they got new items for every single class, so I want to do I'll have to do some what are called greater risks to get these blood things. And let's see, inventory. That's this over here. I'm maxed out right now at 1,000, or almost 1,000. And I tested this class on a Greater Rift 11, and I had 150 bosses literally attacking me at once at the beginning of the level, and I was just like using two hands on a mouse. One slamming the left button to drain life and get essence, and the other one smacking the right thing as soon as this thing would fill up, and I actually did die. Came back and managed to win the Greater Rift. And it's a timed thing where you got a bar and it slowly moves to the right, and as you kill things, your bar moves to the right. And when you get your bar to the end, a Rift Guardian appears. You kill him, and then you can get a gem, and you get extra stuff, right? Food and everything else. And some of that is the blood. Blood shards, and you can use that with this guy while you're in the public test server. Okay, and this is where you can, for every one of the new class, you can get the sets, so it can buff you right away. You can start testing stuff out, and I found one bug already, and it was something that replicated itself a second time. I was killing a massive number of monsters, and one of the monsters didn't vanish after it was dead. It just stood there, kind of like this guy, kind of how he's doing his little move. It just stood there. So once I get going here and I get all these acts and whatnot done, I'll report that bug, and then they can fix it. They want us to really. They made a point of saying, please try and break the game. We want to know how you did it, and we'll fix it. Okay. This is cool. I want to show you something else too. This thing here is very cool. It's a non-season item that you can get, and basically once you get it to rank 25, and you get 5 of these when you complete a Greater Rift, and you can put levels into the gem. And once it reaches 25, it basically what does it do? It would then take a level 70 weapon and make it level 1. So if you did another playthrough, you go to your chest, you put on this ultra powerful weapon or piece of armor, and wow. So it's for weapons, right? So that gives you a little bonus there, right? And there is another item that can, like a skill that you can enchant that will drop levels on stuff to like 30 or 40 points. So there's some, some enchanting you can do. And I'll explain another thing here. Okay, I go into my, I press P. These are what you call paragon levels, right? And basically, once you reach level 70, every time you level again, you get a paragon level. And there are 4 different areas, and it rotates one. The first time you get a paragon level would be here, you go over here, you get a point, and then here, and then here. And as you can see, it gives you little bonuses to various things you do. Movement speed, 25% faster than usual. And the neat thing is, when you start a new character, you get all these levels again. Now that doesn't happen in season. Season, you're leveled right out. You're leveled right out to even Steven. I'm not sure if you get your paragon levels or not. I can't remember. But I'm going to get into that because I got a new set that you can get for that. So I'm going to have to go over to the regular server and do some stuff. Now this guy's stronger now than my regular guy because he's got those 3 new items. And now that I've, I did the run to get that, I'll just do a bunch of greater rifts and get that going too. And he's also, when I'm doing this, I've leveled something like 12 times. And on being on Torment 11, it'll be much tougher. I should level even more, but it's going to be a little slower then. So I may say I'll do an act every 2 days. Now, I was also throwing around with the idea of trying to do a live stream where, okay, the record is 40 hours for this game. That's what? That's just under 2 days straight playing a game? Are you kidding me? You don't know who you're talking to, people. Now, I know Call of Duty has a 120-hour thing, but Dennis made them every hour to take a 10-minute water break. Well, okay. I already do that, and look at how much I'm uploading. You guys don't even get to see how much I delete because, well, I get upset and I make a swear word or something interrupts the stream, the recording, or, whatever. There's a lot to be deleted, so there's a lot of work in this that people don't realize, right? And you begin to get a little bit more respect for people, okay, that do this kind of thing. Anyway, let's see here what I want to do. Yeah, first things first, get rid of our inventory. Yeah, rings. We're gonna make space. Take this over here for a minute. Okay. Put that in there. Oh, and these are neat too. You can add a socket to things. They're rare to get usually. Put that over there. Down over there. Into here. You over here. What's this? Don't need that. So what is this? Do that. There's some gems. A thing called a puzzle ring. I have yet to bother doing that also. You want to talk about loot as far as money? You want to see how I got 840 million gold? Let's get a couple puzzle rings. We'll be fine. Never have to worry about loot in this game, which is it's fun. I mean, you're not having to grind. You just get right to the fun, running around doing a story or doing riffs and being with your buddies and having fun. That's how a game's supposed to be. It's supposed to entertain you. back over here to the third one. Put that in there. Where else am I putting gems? I'll put some in here. Oh, I got more space, do I? Okay, these are the other. See, there's another pair of ancient boots. If I wanted to be more tough, it'd do less damage. Let's see. This would offset that, though. By at least 20% toughness. It says 5% more, it's not an ancient ring, therefore it doesn't get the bonus. That's kind of a trick that they do to you. Do I need that? Do I need that? It's a cool looking new sword. Or no, cool sword anyway. Need these. Don't need those. These, that, I gotta keep this. Okay. Alright, here we go. So I'm running around the desert. I got that girl that comes with me and she finds all these. I've increased the torment level to 11 just to make it a little bit fun at the odd time I can die. And
there is another illusion here.
I can on 10.
The cultists tried to hide their footsteps. Their spells are weak and easily countered. If we follow these prints,
see, like right there, I'm struggling to keep my health up.
I will seek out any other traces of their magic.
Fingers. Yeah, I don't know. I will drop back. Don't keep putting me over here. Those teleporters. Just when you thought the fight was over. However, I did just get what? 500 billion XP.
Those foul cultists have come this way. The bodies of innocents are strewn across the sands. We must make them pay.
I am certain you will.
Oh, this is where we're going.
Look, more hidden footprints.
Give yourself carpal tunnel. Oh, Uh-oh, here we go. Get out of that. I would definitely kill him as well. Some?
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
This is one of the cultist lairs. They are casting part of the illusion inside. cellar to the east of here. Look, more hidden footprints.
Yeah. This way. Can't buy here and beat everything up, right? Like that. There you go. Notice I'm not waiting for the help. We need to go that way. So just clear it for 6 seconds, which is why I have to go so quick.
More hidden footprints.
Not that many. Fill yourself up. I'm gonna die going out of this guy.
My essence is too low.
One of the cultist layers. They're casting part of the illusion inside.
Oh, nice. Killed everything, everybody. Set of gloves. Something happened here. Alright. Also do a thing like how crap.
The ritual is disrupted!
There. That ought to dispel the Coven's magic. Let us go to the bridge.
Juriel is the twin of Andariel. I believe that they conspired together to assist Diablo in releasing Mephisto and Baal, though they had both supported the lesser evils in the past. The Lord of...
Tell me, what shall you do when Magda is dead? Really? You must be the one I was meant to find here.
Okay.
I think it is time for you to know my true tale.
Okay. Talk to me, Enchantress.
I am not from Chaldeum. I learned these spells 1,500 years ago. My sisters and I pledged our service to a man of great power. We called him the Prophet. He trained us, and placed us in a magical slumber to awaken in this era. I am to prevent the Lords of Hell from invading.
The Prophet. I have not heard of this figure, but your aid is welcome. Now to the Qasim outpost.
Yep. They got the mouse driver working good here. There we go, some more. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. Alright. Stay. Come on, hurry up.
I don't like the look of that. Such ruin. What drives these cultists to commit these terrible deeds?
What's down here? Stop yet. Okay. Down here. I thought there was a chest or something down here, wasn't there? No, it was the other spot. Yeah, over here. Yeah, there it is. You can pull the lever. Woohoo! Loot! More loot! Yep, kick the dead people. Kick them over. You got any money on them? That's just post-apocalyptic road stuff. Ah, see your guts roll right there. Coming to get you, boys. The other thing that gives me some essence back is when their bodies I go over top of those and I get some health, and makes this class really easy to use. This is, you're gonna get the game, get the expansion, and really time.
Be careful. This ship is cursed by thieves. Should be safe as long as we don't disturb it.
The fallen
Human lunatics are the most unstable of their kind, causing them to overproduce highly combustible fluids in their abdomens. I believe this imbalance must be inevitably fatal, leading the lunatics to puncture their stomachs and release their explosive, violent, and terrible display when enemies come too near.
Poison. Get her there. Gonna get killed. I was gonna die there. Get a good angle on. Moving too much. Okay, what do I got here for time? Okay. What's up here? Yeah, I'm finding if I go to the half mile, I get more mages. I'm getting We'll run. Fights me. So far.
The evil of Mephisto, Lord of Hatred, was so pervasive that even after he had been defeated and entombed in a soul stone, his demonic essence oozed upwards into Travancore and corrupted the Zakharum priests. Though he fell to the same heroes who killed his brothers, I fear for us should he ever return.
There's something odd about those guards.
See the little teddy bear go grab the money for me?
I need you to open the gate.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice, a gift from Lord Belial.
Or he's setting you up to fail.
No, he would never betray me. Strike him down.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
Charge!
Did Magna go to Alcanus?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then I'll be on my way. be far.
Should have run when they had the chance.
What's up here? Just sitting out in the open.
Only demons could live out.
Loot. Some guy over here.
Once in 1,000 years, when the stars align, these ruins open, but only for a short while. There is treasure rumored to lie deep below. Find it fast, or die when the dungeon seals itself for another age.
Okay, we'll do this dungeon when I come back. Take a little break here. Okay, be right back.